Why do we end up loving a movie that's an absolute train wreck? It's a bizarre phenomenon, but Pushpa 2 is the perfect example of this glorious chaos. Hello and welcome back to another video where we talk about the good and bad aspects of Pushpa 2. So here's the deal. The makers of Pushpa 2 went all out in their mission to release this movie on a massive scale. They practically bought out every IMAX screen in India. No room for Interstellar. Instead, we find ourselves faced with the delightful spectacle of Pushpa, our beloved hero making a grand entrance while illegally smuggling sandalwood, like it's a casual trip to the bhaji market. His swagger? Unmatched. His style? As absurd as it gets. And let's not forget those songs, with the worst choreography ever, except for Soseki. I mean, I would prefer watching Ajay Devgan dancing, all while he pulls off the most hilarious violations of basic physics known to man. But let's not skirt around the good stuff. Allu Arjun is the shining star of the film. Sure, some of his dialogues might make you cringe and question life choices, but when he delivers them, it's a magical chant. He possesses that magnetic aura that makes even the cheesiest lines feel like they belong to the big screen. No, seriously, you can't help but enjoy watching him light up the screen. With his infinite aura and energetic performance, even the weirdest scene makes sense. Rashmika has managed to mark her presence, though there was little room for character growth. Don't know what brain-rotting stuff the writers were high on when they came up with the script, but the actors individually did a great job. Now let's talk about Fahad Fazil. What a gem. Unfortunately, he looks rather underutilized in this spectacle. I can't fathom why he had such underwhelming script to himself. I mean, imagine casting Fahad Fazil for a character only to clown his premise with over-the-top banters. Duh. Talking about wasting potential, there's no way we are not going to mention Anusuya and Sunil being sidelined when their characters would have turned out a great conflict for the story. As for the plot, well, it's about as predictable as your grandma's favorite cereal. But the screenplay? Oh boy. It's tighter than my jeans after a buffet feast. It still does manage to grip you and keep you seated until the end, which is a testament to director Sukumar's talent. But if you plan to embark on this cinematic roller coaster, do yourself a favor and leave your logic at the door front. You might just end up with a migraine after witnessing some of the outrageous action sequences. But let's accept that no matter how exhausting it was to watch us star do questionable action, the whole Jatara sequence was commendable. Give DSP a raise, because that background score hit me like a truck and threw me into a trance. Obviously, Bunny slayed that avatar. His nuances, body language, the switch in emotions, everything was impactful and next to perfection. Now about the music. Let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer audacity of those songs. With a lousy choreography, you'd think it was designed to target an audience with exceptionally suspicious taste. It's almost like they look a poll of the worst dance moves and said, yes, let's use them all. Listen, the music of Pushpa 1, GOAT. Dance numbers, GOAT. It was clear the efforts in the second part were lacking. It's obvious the expectations were up in the sky. We got iconic O Antava replaced with I don't know whatever that was. Again, the actors did their best to compensate for the bad composition with their exceptional energy, but it was a disaster. The only thing I love about Pushpa 2's music album is Shreya Ghoshal and some of the high-spirited background scores. Credits to DSP, I guess. Everything else can contribute to torture my enemies. I won't delve into the nitty-gritty of the plot or the roles of other actors because, let's face it, Pushpa 2 was all about Allu Arjun. And maybe aside from Fahad, the rest of the cast seems to be there because the script demanded it. You know, like those extra fries that come when you just wanted a burger. Necessary but fairly average. Would have loved if the movie wasn't just about elevating Pushpa with over-the-top dialogue delivery and subplots. Yes, Pushpa obviously is our main character, but as I said earlier, the cast had a great potential to become a strong conflict for him. I felt the plot wasn't put together properly as things were cluttered and the movie struggled to flow smoothly. At the end, Expectations were high and weren't met. Something my parents would definitely say to me. Anyways, so that's my thought about Pushpa 2. Comment down what you guys think about it, and if you liked our content, please subscribe. Thank you.